And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Shoot.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Alert. Right, check 33. Right here.
Bravo.
Check 33. Watch the run. They're running it. Right, check 33.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Aaron Donald in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's taken at around the 40. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Rams will go on offense here for the 1st and 10. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Gerald Everett is tight end, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
He goes to that. Black 20.
Come on, the ball.
12.
Hey, number 28, Mike, he's coming. Check in. Check.
Hey, Foxtrot.
No chance. Mike 28. Watch the run.
Maverick.
A shotgun snap for Goff. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Roger. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
To throw, it's Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To the shotgun snap to Allen. This one caught by Davis. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the carry, this is Scott. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check. 56.
Shoot! Watch the shoot! Alert 3!
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Allen flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Allen. He completes it to the tight end, Knox. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards, the final tally.
First down, Buffalo.
Hey, alert 48! 48 right now, let's go! Here we go, D! Mike 48.
Don't let him breathe. Play outside. On 52. Breathe, defense.
Allen gonna throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Mike check 33. Coming to you.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Got a man, it's Brown. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Bills 3, Rams nothing.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Double time. Double time.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Slam.
Check 37. Check 31. Under 10. Under 10. 10. 25. Check 25. Check 30.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Army.
Here's Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerry Hughes in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Shell.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
3rd down.
First and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big.
Hell, you won.
Watch the twist. That's mine.
Mike 28. Come on, D.
Here's Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And got his man complete.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 44-yard line.
Hatchet. He's mine. 52's the mic, boys. 52. Set the tone, D.
Hey, Shell.
Let's go.
Hey, Mike 52. You must be dreaming. Hey, let's go. Check 4. Go ground. Let's
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Watch the run. Watch the run. He's checking. He's checking. He's checking. Crash. Crash. Shift. Watch the edge. Motion.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. Good move by Gurley. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Alert flare.
Horrible. Watch Mike. Get that.
They go back to the ground, this time Barber. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Here's Barber. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Peyton Barber, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams have taken the lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Zerline good with a PAT, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Bust through the tackle, and he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
On 2nd and very short, Allen eluding the pressure right, and that is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
5-yard gain on the play. And the Bills first down.
40. Regular. Set a tone. Hey, look, 48. Hey, we don't like
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Throwing on first down is Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Allen now looks to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Samson Abukum. He's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
The Bills send the punter out. Standing just outside his own goal line. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken at the 15. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
Hey, watch it.
On 1st and 10, Goff. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long.
You got nothing.
Now it's Goff. Airing it out deep for Woods. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
To throw is Goff. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Hey, let's get there. Mike, check 33. 33. Check nickel.
Allen now operating from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Check 26, check 26. Hey, switch gears. Gun. Mike, check 33. Time to go, night.
From midfield, here's Allen. They'll roll him out right. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Mike, check 33.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. It's middle. Go. Check Mike 33.
6 man. Check curls. Mike, check 33.
Better bring it.
Here's Allen to throw it.
Check. Rocky.
And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And this one is right down Broadway. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we're at halftime with our score 7-6 in a tough-fought first half. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let you play. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
5. 49 the mic. Watch 49. Silver. 49. Super. 49 the mic. All right, D. Let's. All right, D. Watch the safety creep. Peek in. Hey, 76. 76.
From the 39, Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Jerry Hughes racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
Whirling. Check.
From the gun, here's Goff. They got a man, it's Woods. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there of 22.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46. On 1st down, it's Gurley. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Check 50. Check 50. Check safety. Check safety.
Another carry now for Gurley. And Gurley here fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. But it looked like a Rams player was able to get his hands on it, yes. So they will hold on to the football indeed.
What? 180. Let's go, defense. Hey, 5. Shift. 6 guy. Check 6 guy. Check 3. Check 3. Shift. Alert flow.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll try the air now with Goff. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more where it came from.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Hey, lift. 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 Lift.
Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together.
Out of the gun, Goff. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So now they assess a 3rd and long, and that holding call might have knocked him out of field goal range, at least for the moment.
12.
49 the mic. Watch 49. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
49 the mark. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
Back to throw, Goff. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Goff going to keep it himself. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down.
49. Don't get nervous. Slip.
Orange. Switch.
Motion.
Now Gurley. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here I come again. Kill.
Check 52.
Check 99.
Hold on. Check.
Goose.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10.
Bang. Tight dog. Check. 5. Crouch. Rush in.
Watch twits.
They'll run with a former Ole Miss Rebel, Jordan Wilkins. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Wide. Get wide.
Switch.
Obama. No.
Quick the edge.
Go.
On the toss, it's Gurley. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Again they run with Gurley. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
And Brad, I think we have to look back at the big call to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, that set up everything in the end result, the short touchdown run. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think every coach would have gone for it back there.
You and I both know every coach would not have gone for it back there. So that's showing a little bit of faith, actually showing a lot of faith in his team, and it was rewarded.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Allen. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Scott. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
From the 41, Allen. And he's going to have the hook up to Scott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Flushed out right. It's caught by Davis. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
On the carry, it's Muhammad. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. but I often think that second down...
Oh, no, he lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And to the 12, that's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
I know one thing, the team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, listen, it's a team game. We know that. But where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? So they take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again. But on offense, they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. And you just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They've bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
No. Off.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Kill. Check 13.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
Here we go. Double tight, guys, double tight. 4 down, check. 4 down. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Check. Undercrunch. I got motion.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
17.
Check 49. Motion. Mike's 49. Come on. Check.
12.
Check hot route. Hot.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Johnny Hekker now as he's on to punt for L.A. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
On first down, it's Scott. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
56, 56.
On second down now, Muhammad, and he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown, and now a two-point conversion, and we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go.
Listen to this crowd now. Their guys need a stop on this two-point conversion. He's back to throw. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. A crushing blow there as they cannot tie the game. Now the focus shifts to, can they get the onside kick and have a miracle happen?
And they have to have that miracle play that they've been working on, that they've designed. You don't really just draw one up now. You've had different onside kicks. Do they have that one weak point in the defense that they can exploit because they have to have the ball back?
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Los Angeles, the win keeps them barely hanging on to their playoff hopes as they move to 4-7. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Bills, it's a loss that could hurt them come playoff seeding time as they drop to 8-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire...
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this a jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more Modesto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, don't make pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number saved, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the big skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Ay, 100s and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she wanted like me cause her lame, she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit on my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him. Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts. Whole team counting, that's a big number.
We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not